Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Before I start, I just want to say this is general share advice and not personal advice. Wolfie, it's very exciting. So, in the brand new office in the city, it's not brand new, but it's new, and it's very exciting to be here. And we've got a whole new setup, a whole new computer system. If you saw how many screens I've got, I mean, I said easy, I had just 2 screens. I've got 4. I don't know which one to look at, to be honest with you, but it's really good. And it's great to see a whole team of sales staff now. There's 6 guys selling, and it's all buzzing, and it's just great to see.
They put you in the toilet. It looks like you're just crouching, having a nice time in the toilet.
Well, I've got the seats a little bit different. It's not quite as comfy as my other one. So, but yeah, I'm not difficult, Wolf. I'm not going to complain too much.
Fair enough.
Now you can't see me today because we're only going to see Wolf, because Wolf said, Dave, you're looking disheveled. So I'm coming from you, I must look really bad. So anyway, Wolf, let's talk about talk a little bit about the market. So last night, what we saw on the Dow America, a little bit of a bounce back. Mm-hmm. I don't know, when you look at that, you think great, a little bit. Now the reason for the bounce is the market liked the fact that the Fed was saying, we're going to stamp out inflation, we're not going to let it happen, we're going to go up 75 basis points, we're going to do another 75% next month, and yeah, we might be up to around 3.5 by the end of the year. And guess what, guys, we're going to smash inflation, and the market's great, right? The question mark, will be later down the year if that's going to be enough. And I suppose a lot will depend on if this war gets finished. A lot will depend on oil. There's going to be a number of factors.
Definitely.
But anyway, it's good to see a little bit of a movement. And it's funny enough, Wolf, yesterday I also did little Ausbiz on the TV, and everyone's very, very, it's interesting. Every reporter, everybody is bearish, bearish, bearish. Now, I know that's something you look for when everyone's really bearish. Maybe that's a sign. It's time to have a bounce, because as they say, most people get caught on the wrong side of the river. Mm-hmm. So if that is true, Wolf, mm-hmm. if most people get caught on the wrong side of the river, yep. And we are going to have a little bit of bounce, or maybe, Wolfie, it's a time to start looking at stories long term, right? We understand that there is a possibility like these markets are going to go a lot lower, certainly, right? But if you were going to look at some stocks, and you might say to yourself, well, okay, I'm going to buy this. I know I could lose another 20-30%, right? But I'm going to have a 5-10 year view. Do you have any of those stocks?
We do.
Well, I know you do, because we've gone through them all this morning. But I'm just trying to build. Trying to build up the.
Thanks. Well, first of all, let me just quick to say is that when the market gets fearful and the majority gets fearful, that's when you should be looking at picking up some bargains. And when I'm talking about bargains, I am looking at now. So I've devised this little thing in my head, right? This morning, I'm thinking, would it be nice to buy some stock back from 2019 prices? So I went, okay, is there any stocks out there from 2019? And lo and behold, we found 5 that we are buying at prices from 2019. That's before the pandemic, when things are going okay. And if you told me 3 months ago, you can buy incredible growth stories, incredible stories at 2019 prices, would you buy them? I reckon 99% said, give it to me, baby. Right? So this is the premise here. Let's call this the 2019 portfolio. You're buying bargains at 2019 prices. That's they used to trade on. So we're taking the long-term view here, right? We know that, like you said, there could be still more downside, but we're looking for that. Doesn't matter when we look at the GFC. Yes, it was a 2-year type falls, but if you bought stories that were 3 years ago prices, over 5 years you would have made money. Most of them, right? Pretty good money, by the way, over 5 years, because it's going to be like a, probably crash and then a gradual recovery moving forward. So That's the train of thought of my head. I'm thinking, I'm buying stuff that was priced like this 3 years ago. I'm happy to buy them at these prices, or at least start nibbling them, right? That's probably the first thing, start nibbling, because you might buy them at 2018 prices in, say, 6 months' time, which is still okay. So let's not jump all of it all at once. We're going to start looking at these stories, put them on your watch list, start nibbling at these, because like I said, I mean, holy moly, this is now before pandemic prices. This is good. This is, you're buying some really great stories. You had crazy oversold prices for me anyway. So we're taking the 5-year view that in 5 years' time, we're going to be very well positioned with some of these stories. And pretty much, Dave, I don't want to hear it, right? We're buying these stories. Don't ask questions in a month's time. Oh, my story's down.
So this is not the equity story way, right? This is like
The Buffett way.
the Buffett way, right? Which, okay, I'd argue the fact he's got a bit more money than me, Wolf.
Yes. But I think the idea here is, we know that the charts or the technicals here at the moment are just not working for us, right? Nothing's pretty much trending. We're all going under.
Well, actually, that's not true. They've worked brilliantly because they got us out of all this rubbish.
I know,
right?
but
that's absolutely
trending, right? So you're not buying it on a technical.
No, there's nothing trending at the moment.
That's right.
Well, there are one or two. I mean, I'll give you one now. I mean, obviously, RIC looking very, very good, and they had a nice little, great looking chart. Buy signal if it ends the week like that, Wolf, and looking very good. So there are a few, which is obviously the sort of stories that we like. But yeah, for some long-term ideas, Wolf.
Purely buying is on fundamentals, nothing else. You know, you've gone to a Maya, you've gone Citi's big sign saying, today we've got 2022, but we're going to give you the prices that we had 3 years ago that you can buy your jocks for. Would you buy them? If you go, probably, you know, I'd probably buy some. So
all right, well, let's have a look at these stories, Wolf.
Yeah, we've got 5 of them, right? So let's start with them.
The first one is Seek.
Yes.
Now, obviously, if you look at that chart, I might just put these on monthly so we can just see a little bit better what they've done over the last sort of number of years. So this is a story, Wolf, has come back to its 2018 levels, 2019. Yep. It's obviously broken trend.
Yep.
There was a bit of support around here, actually, around sort of the COVID fall.
Yeah. Interesting. Even so at $20, you're buying 2018 prices. So here's a story that you could buy at 2018 prices. If it goes to $15, you'll be buying them at 2015 prices. That's 7 years ago, right? So like I said, you can easily, so say, for example, if Dave is right, we're going to have more falls. This could be taken with them, but just stagger your nibbling, right, over the next few months and see whether you can pick them up at 15. But I don't mind already picking them up at 20 because that's 3 years ago prices. I'm happy to pay that sort of stuff if I've got a 5-year outlook here to purchase something. And like, again, you know, I'm going back to my old self, looking just at fundamentals, looking at back GFC.
Well, there's no charting this. This is purely fundamental. All right. Well, thank you for that one. The next off the cab is XRO.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this on a monthly.
Yeah.
And this is back down to 2019 prices.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So again, a great growth story. I mean, it's got marked down a lot of these stories, Wolf, which have got no profits. Now they could have profits if they wanted to.
They can if they want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They want to keep growing, and which is fine with me. Like I said, it's not a company where you can't just make a profit because it's just not good enough to make a profit. This is good enough to make a profit. Just choose not to because they'd rather spend it on growing the company further. So I'm happy with it.
I know, and they're obviously a great business model.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully they're recession proof because people still have to put the taxes in.
CDA,
yes,
gone back down to those sort of 2019 prices.
Yes.
You know, even if you drew some sort of trend line back here, it's most probably on that support. There is a little bit of support here on the monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Wolf, a story that's given earnings upgrades all this year.
Yeah, and what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, said they're going to have record earnings.
Yeah.
And it's come back to 2019 levels. Okay, let's say no more. I think it's fairly obvious why we're thinking if someone told me 6 months ago I can buy Codan record earnings at 2019 prices at $6, I'd be chewing their hand off.
You'd take it any day, wouldn't you?
You would. All right, next one, Ansell's.
Ansell's.
Mhm.
And again, Wolf, yeah, a good company that's actually come back to, it was actually trading here around at one stage in 2014.
Dave, this is 8 years ago prices.
Yeah.
Did you buy this at 8 years ago prices? Yeah.
And tell me, but why? And this has actually got a bit of, I could argue, some technical support, right?
Yes.
Why would a story like this get sold off? I mean, yeah, they're a story which is still quite popular in the pandemic, and gloves and masks, and
It's lost its luster post-pandemic, because it used to be a pandemic story, right? You can see this big spike, right? 2020, 21, right? So it's lost its luster. So everyone going, oh, it's not going to grow anymore. It is growing, right? The other thing is, it's the chain supply issues, the inflation. The investors saying it's going to get hit. It might well, but it's already been sold down by almost, well, it has been over 50%. I mean, this is ridiculous. You're buying this at 2015 prices. I mean, this is just extraordinary, Dave. So I think the market's way overdone this, and I'm happy to take the 5-year punt on this, that we're going to be higher in 5 years' time, significantly higher.
right, okay. And the fifth one was Mr. Wolf?
Aristocrat. So this one, you're sort of, you're paying a decent price. It's a great growth company. I mean, it's been delivering really, really good numbers, and it's almost getting to that 2018 level. But
also, like we said, it's a totally different animal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
very defensive, right? Again, you've got, gambling is very defensive when you think about the markets. It is going to be at 2019, middle of 2019 levels. You're buying it at. So I'm happy to have a little nibble at this. And like I said, if it comes back to $30, even $25, then you're going to be paying 2017 prices, and that's look, another 20% down. Yes, but you could give you another nibble at really ridiculous prices.
So Wolf, these sort of 5 stories where you close your eyes, you need to put your body in some sort of stasis for 5 years and then just wake up. You need to have the long-term view. This is not trending. This is not trading. This is an investment. Bargain hunting. So you're going to the bargain bin of the Maya world, right? You're going to go on the bottom and go, oh, I found 5 really good pairs of jocks that I really like. I'm going to take them at these sort of prices at 2018, 2019, and one of them was 2015 prices. I'll take them and I'll see where they are in 5 years' time. And I think you're buying really good companies here. And this is not crap stuff. This is top 300, even top 200 companies, even top 100 companies that you're buying, except CDA at top 200. And you've got a really good spread as well. This is the start. We're going to be looking at more. We've got a whole list, probably about 20 stocks, but we're going to keep them away from you for the moment, because we're still going to see how the markets perform. Some of them are in retail, some of them. So, we're still probably thinking there's going to be much more probably falls to go. But with these guys, we're happy to start the ball rolling with 5. All right, Wolf. Absolutely brilliant. Now, just announcements today. We didn't have many, but I just put Bob. Talking to a lovely gentleman. He's a member of Echo Story. He's one of the nicest people on the planet, and he loves Bob. So you got Bob.
I like the goat stuff. And great announcement today. I mean, Walmart's distribution. Thank you very much. The biggest retailer in the world, Dave.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? So, yeah. Well done, and the management look like they're on the ball. On that note, Wolfie, I think we're done. Listen, thank you very much for that, Wolfie, and look forward. We've got live tomorrow, and I'll try and get a camera so everyone can see what's going on here in this office. It's all buzzing here. I'm telling you, everyone, Dave's just sitting on the toilet and doing nothing really. Yeah. All right. See you, Wolfie. Take care, mate.
So
Bye.
yeah, bye.
Bye.